Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about decoding combinations for master lock dial padlocks. We're going to talk real quick about how these padlocks work. Inside of them there's 3 discs. They're stacked one on top of each other. Disc number 3 is actually connected directly to the dial, so the discs pile up 1, 2, 3. Disc number 3 is kind of gear shaped, the other 2 are smooth. They have a cutout on them. This cutout is where a little pawl is able to fall in when all the slots are lined up, which allows the shackle to come up. Pretty simple. The reason number 3 is gear shaped instead of smooth is because if it wasn't, you could pull up on it on the shackle and just spin it around and automatically find the slot for number 3, which would be the 3rd number in your combination. I'll show you that right here with this cheap Chinese made lock that doesn't have that. So what we're going to do, just going to put some pressure on that shackle, and I'm going to turn this dial, and dial locked. So let's see, dial's locked at center of the sweep there. Looks like it's about 39. 39 sounds good. So let's see what the last number in the combination of this lock is. That looks like 39. So it doesn't have the gear shape, so it doesn't have the false gates, which help prevent us finding the 3rd number. The first number we're going to find is because of combination, or is because of a collision. There's a tab that holds the shackle in place when the lock's open, and if we put just the right amount of pressure on this, that little tab bumps in to a little nub that sticks out of disc 1. So that allows us to get the first number out of it. With these larger combination locks, there's a lot more space. So manufacturing tolerances and stuff, sometimes it's a bit harder to find that first number on these. So we're going to go ahead and use a smaller lock for this demonstration. The difference here is that when we're working for the 3rd number, it's way easier to pull up on the shackle on these bigger locks than it is to pull up on the shackle and lock it on these smaller locks. So it's a bit more challenging finding the 3rd number in the combination, just because it tires your fingers out. So let's get rolling on this. So how are we going to find this? How are we going to find that first number? Well, we're going to make a collision condition. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull up on the shackle, not super hard, because then it will get in those false gates, but pull up just enough to take the slack out. And we're going to spin this dial, and that dial's going to hit a spot that's going to kind of lock up on us. Or maybe if it doesn't even lock all the way, we'll just feel an increase in tension there. So looks like we're at, going the wrong direction. Let's get started the right direction, shall we? So there we go. So going right, which you always start right. All these locks go right, left, right. That looks like it's 34. We're going to go around again, 34, and one more time, 34. So going right, that number where she locks up is an offset of 5 from the real number. So 34 plus 5, the real number should be 39. We can test that we're actually finding the right spot by forcing past it and then turning back, and it disappears until we go all the way around again. Force past it, turn back, it disappears until we go all the way around again. And we're going to go the other direction just to further verify. So again, take the slack out of it, start spinning, locks at 26. So spinning left on this smaller lock, we're 13 offset. It's always a 13 offset, so 26 plus 13, 39. That was the same number we got going the other direction. If we're working with one of these bigger locks, then our offset is actually 14, not 13 when we're going this direction, but 5 is always right, going right. Okay? So we got 39 going this direction, 39 going right, or 39 going left. Sorry. No, it was right. Jeez. There we go. Left, right. It can be confusing. There we go. There we go. 34. 34 plus 5 is 39. Go the other direction. 26 plus 13, 39. So 39, that's going to be our first number in our combination. So we're going to go ahead and write that down right here, 39. So we're going to go quick. We're going to find the second number in the combination, all right? Or the third number in the combination. The second number is going to be the unknown, the hard one, okay? So how are we going to do this? We're going to pull apart on that shackle. So let's start at 0. We're going to pull apart on that shackle. We're going to turn that shackle and it's going to fall in one of those false gates. Once it's in that false gate, we're going to rock it back and forth and see what the number in the middle of the sweep is. So if you can see here, the number in the middle of the sweep is about 2.5. We're going to let up and go to the next place. It locks in. There it locks in. So that's going from, there we go. It's going from about 4.5 to 5.5. So we're going to say 5. And we're going to go again, locks in. It's going from 8.5 to 9.5. 12 to 13, so 13.5 or 12.5. That's going to be 14.5 to 15.5, say 15. We're just going to keep working our way around. 18.5, 22.5, 25. Come on, you. That one's going from 28 to 30, so 29, 32.5, 35, and 38.5. So I went ahead and wrote all those numbers down ahead of time for us so we could look at them without having to take a break here. Okay, so we've got all these numbers. Well, first thing we know about combinations is that halves don't exist. So let's mark out all of those halves, shall we? So that leaves us 5, 15, 25, 29, 35. Okay, well, let's look at these numbers. Ends in a 5, ends in a 5, ends in a 5, ends in a 5. Oddball. Guess what the oddball is? Third number in our combination. So 29. The way we can verify that is if we lock this thing in on one of them, see, it's going, this one here, it's going from really 24.5 to 25.5. It's about one number wide, but if we go to 29, that's a full 2 numbers wide there. It goes from 28 to 30. So that gate's actually a bit wider. That gate's 2 numbers wide instead of 1 number wide for pretty much all the other gates we've fallen into. So now we have 2 numbers in our combination. I'm gonna stop the video here and start a new video before I run out of time, and we'll go ahead and open this bad boy up.